Alright, so this is what we're doing. Inner wheel bearing on my GTI blew up last night, so I'm swapping that out. I'm going to retain the original outer because it hasn't gone bad yet. But what I'm going to show you is how to properly pack a bearing. What you want is a fat glob of grease right in the middle of your hand. It's better to use gloves. It makes much less of a mess and it's not as sticky. But basically, do this. Just like that. You see how it pulls the way away from my skin and it leaves something of a clean spot? That means you are scooping grease with this. So if you get it nice and fast, you'll see where it starts to push out. So rotate, pack, rotate, pack, 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 and so on and so forth. And once you get to a certain point, you'll start to see the grease will come out. If you want, you can roll the bearing a couple of times if you want, but it doesn't really matter. But once you've done it on the back side, just keep on trucking. You'll get enough grease on one side and then you just switch to the other. Flip it around and then boom. Go back with the other way. Now I think I packed it wrong the last time I did it, because this isn't the first time I've done wheel bearings on this car in the rear. I didn't know this method, so I think that actually had quite a bit to do with what wound up happening. But now you can rotate it. It'll feel a little tight at first because it's nice and packed full of grease, but once you start breaking it free, make sure you smear it all around the outside just like you're supposed to. And if you have trouble turning it, come over to the car, slide it onto the spindle, and then rotate back and forth until it's nice and worked in there. Then you can pull it off and you can pack a little bit more. You want to make sure that your bearings are as packed as they can possibly be. Just putting grease inside of the assembly is not going to be enough. It will not rotate into the bearing. The bearing, as it spins faster and faster, will try to push the grease out. So if you do not have a good pack inside of it, you will not have a good pack inside of it. Now that sounds asinine, but now we're nice and tight and Gucci. Feels pretty good. Feels nice and lubed up. And now you got a big ass mess on your hands. But like I said, I'm gonna be retaining and reusing my old outer bearing, and that's because this one has seemed to held up decently. So I'm just gonna try and same thing, just see if I can pack a little bit of fresh grease in here, push some of the old stuff out. You don't have to be super on it or anything, but you do want to make sure that you get it. And if you see, as I'm packing, it's pushing the old grease out of the top of the bearing. So that's what you want to see. Now, since this one didn't fail, and it didn't seem like it's gonna fail, it doesn't have any side-to-side play compared to what it's supposed to when it comes out of the packaging brand new. So I'm not too stressed. I mean, the bearing was $5, well, $5 or $6. It wasn't as expensive as I was expecting it to be. But that's pretty much what you do and how you do it. I hope this helps, and good luck to you, because I tell you what, this is frustrating for me. But thank you. I appreciate your time watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, make sure to leave them below. If you have any questions or anything about your own car, feel free to leave a comment, and I will do the best I can to give you an answer, or at least give you some direction to go in to find your answer. But that's going to be it for me today. Thanks again for stopping by, and hope I'll see you again later.